Hello everyone, I am Matt Moon. I am the lead developer and creator of Fables of Eternity. Our friends Peter at Tales from Elsewhere and Odin Key Gaming are holding the hashtag getbarbaric, where you talk about what a barbarian is in your game or system. Before we jump into that, we first have to define what a barbarian is. The common modern idea is exemplified by the muscular man, often nearly naked and wielding huge or powerful weapons. Conan the Barbarian is the stereotypical barbarian in fantasy and literature for over 90 years now. Robert E. Howard created the character in 1932 for a series of fantasy stories published in Weird Tales magazine. The earliest appearance of a Robert E. Howard character named Conan was that of the black-haired barbarian with heroic attributes in the 1931 short story People of the Dark. This style of character has been present in modern fantasy stories and games for decades and has very little variation since the initial conception. The term barbarian in history primarily refers to the various tribes and peoples outside the Roman Empire, such as the Germanic tribes, Huns, and Celts, who interacted and often invaded Roman territories. The term barbarian originally described non-Greek speakers in ancient Greece and evolved to encompass all foreign tribes perceived as uncivilized by the Romans, especially during the decline of the Western Roman Empire. I mentioned Conan earlier as an iconic barbarian, and others could be Attila the Hun, Hercules from Greek mythology, or even Samson from the Christian religion, where he uses the jawbone of a ram to slay his enemies. Now that we have a definition and history for the term, we get to toss it out the window and look at Fables of Eternity and our primal guardian, the Bastion. The Bastion is a primal force unleashed, a warrior who focuses their primal fury to become a whirlwind of destruction on the battlefield. Backed by their loyal companion, there is little that can stand before them. This at first sounds like a stereotypical barbarian, but in Fables of Eternity, the Bastion is a guardian of nature, and with that, they begin play with a loyal beast companion that will fight alongside them. The Bastion in lore is to be the protectors of the Grove when the Cerberus, the druids in my game, are meditating or hibernating. So let's dive into some of the mechanics and play styles of a Bastion. At level 1, you gain the following array of features and attributes. Might and Ori are your primary attributes, and you get +1 to each. Your hit die is a d12, and you always get the maximum at level 1, so 12 vitality points. You are trained in physical defense, the observation, athletics, nature, all melee and ranged weapon skills, and 2 additional skills of your choice. They gain the Primal Focus call-in feature, as well as 1 weapon they are proficient with, and a suit of light armor. Talents are what would normally be a class feature in other games. They are separated from the call-ins, so it offers more flexibility in the style of character you want to play. First level, each call-in gets a set number of talents. After that, they can take anything they like. The Bastion begins with Nature's Proctor, Land's Stride, Resilient talents, which gives them the ability to ignore difficult terrain from natural sources, utilize nature's magic, and increases their start in health. So that's a lot of information with little mechanical explanation, so let's clear a few things up. In the game, you have 9 core attributes broken up into body, mind, and soul. Each of them functions similarly to how most D20 games work, where your skills, chance of success, goes up as the attribute goes up. The system uses the Mobius Engine dice pool system, which is a D12 dice pool where you roll all your dice at once and are looking for any that are equal to or higher than the target number, or TN. Different difficulties require more or less successes to complete, but that is for another time. For our purposes, we are going to focus on the combat as that's what most barbarians do. In Fables of Eternity, it is player-facing system. When a monster attacks a player character, they will roll a defense check and see how many attacks they block. I will go into the core mechanics deeper in another video, but to summarize, what a barbarian is in Fables of Eternity, during certain seasons, the Cerberus go into meditative hibernation-like trance while they commune and realign to the natural rhythms of the world. The Bastions are tasked with guarding the Grove during this period, Alone with their animal companion, a Bastion will stand guard and defend the Cerberus with their lives. Most commonly, a single Bastion will guard a grove, but in extremely risky areas, more than one Bastion may be employed with guarding of the grove or circle. When a Bastion fails in their duties or the Cerberus dismiss them for any reason, the Bastion will wander with their animal companion, seeking a new grove to defend. This is where an adventuring Bastion would join a party. They have been dismissed by their circle and are freed from their responsibilities. Sometimes a Bastion will form a bond with a group of adventurers and treat them as they would a circle or grove of Cerberus, and defend their new allies with their lives. Bastions are commonly frontline combatants that excel at tanking damage for others and dealing out massive damage with their weapons and animal companion. In more utilitarian fashion, they can summon spirits of nature, known as Nehru, and grant boons to their allies and banes to their foes. Alright, so that kind of sums up the Bastion from Fables of Eternity. Thank you all for sitting through my ramblings about the Bastion. Please go view all the other great creators and videos for the hashtag getbarbaric event ending on February 28th, 2025. As always, if you enjoy my content, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you later. Thank you.